Oh, international break over yet?
Just about, yeah.
Is it? Oh, lovely, lovely. Thank God for that. Boro fans, good evening. Jimmy Leeds here, Boro Fan TV, the latest episode of the third half. After the back of a weekend of watching some football, some international football, and Northern Ireland unlucky last night. Public done well on Saturday. All right performance from England, but we're here to talk about the Boro. This week's guest is Tom Green. Tom, thanks for joining us.
No problem, glad to be here.
So Tom's part of the greatest ever PPC management team ever assembled by a digital agency in existence at Boro Media. Also referred to as the face of Billingham. You often see Tom freezing his proverbials off as well, selling fantastic Boro fanzine Fly Up the Moon as well. So it might be a face you recognise, and you may well have seen some of his scramblings from places to place as well. But yeah, thanks very much for joining us, Tom.
Yep, no problem.
How's the international break been for you, mate? Enjoyed it?
I haven't watched any football.
Haven't you?
Much more ice hockey over the international break than I have football.
Ice hockey, is that still a thing?
Yeah.
So people still do that?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, I've learned something new there, mate. Brilliant. Right, so Tom, as all guests that come onto the third half, is we like to start with quickfire fan questions, and I do like them to be quick, but quite often I'll then interject and waffle some nonsense the wrong side as well, mate.
I'm sure I'll waffle on as well, don't worry about that.
Feel free, mate. We need to fill a half hour somehow, so might as well be with this, eh? Right, okay, so 14 questions, Tom. Try and be quick. The whole point is that you don't have to think about them too much, all right? Yep. So, first question, favourite ever player?
Favourite ever player, Janino.
Fair enough. Favourite ever match?
Carling Cup final.
Right, brilliant. Favourite ever goal?
Stewie down against Manchester City where we won 8-1.
The one with outside the boat?
Yeah.
Ah, no one's picked that one yet.
I think that gets overlooked when you go back to that game, because everyone's always on about Rockenbach's free kick, but I really appreciated that goal.
Ah, fair play, mate. Good shout, good shout. Worst player you've seen for the Boro?
It's going to be between Lee Dong-gook or Bernardo Espinosa.
Espinosa hasn't been mentioned yet in the worst ones.
It's week of first, this sound like.
Well, go on. Going to go with Espinosa just for the crack?
Yeah, if he's not been mentioned before, I'll go with Espinosa.
We've had the gook on, mate, but yeah, we'll have Espinosa. Get in there. He was pants, absolute pants, bless him. But didn't Leo Messi said like he was like one of the best defenders he played against the season previous?
Apparently so, yeah. But I couldn't say that when he was playing
Boro.
Must have got his identical twin.
Maybe. Good luck with twin though. He was a handsome devil, let's be honest. Best value for money signing you've seen for the Boro?
I had to think about this. Luke Young.
Right.
He's always the one that comes to mind when you think of value for money.
Right, okay. Yeah, £2.5 million from Charlton, sold for 6, didn't we, a year later? Yeah. Not a bad shout.
Absolutely solid season we had from him as well.
Yeah, we did, yeah. It was a shame it was just the one season with Luke Young, I think. Best away day?
Best away day, Hull.
Hull?
I say Hull or Bolton, actually.
Hull?
Hull. Well, we won 5-2 that day, so it was a very good away day.
Yeah, that was all right, to be fair, mate. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, Hull. No one's ever picked that. I don't think anyone ever will again, Tom. Well, you do watch ice hockey. Best away day pie?
Blackburn.
Blackburn. Best away day pint?
Hull. Hull
Jesus
again.
Christ. Well done, Hull City. You've got something going for you there, lads. Favourite Boro kit? Is it the one you got on now, the Willow Flood special?
No, I really liked the white and blue 888.com one.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, it reminds me of Mendieta and Yakubu, that kit. Best stadium you've ever visited?
Bolton.
Bolton?
Actually, no. If I'm going any stadium, Wembley. Although it's not a very nice stadium to visit.
Fair enough. Saddest moment as a Boro
fan? Probably when we got relegated back in, was it 2009?
Yeah.
Lost against West Ham last day of the season.
Yeah.
I was distraught that day. I think I was only in like...
Don't make me feel old. You do this all day with that, mate, so don't.
It must have been about year 9, year 10 at the time. So
yeah. I asked you not to. I did ask you not. I'm not going to be nice to you now. I'm going to be right weirdo here, right? One thing, do you know what? Someone said, I have to pull this one up here, that's best player. Mark James Wilson's said Deriva. Oh no, hopefully that's worth. No, he's going for worst player there. Deriva.
As worst player?
Worst player, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't give him best player or worst player. Deriva wasn't bad.
No, solid player.
Yeah, very good player. Funniest moment as a Boro fan?
There was a match at the Riverside not long after Lee Dong-gook first signed for us, and I think we were chasing the game, and Schwarzer launched a kick up the pitch, and Lee Dong-gook's watching it down, he's watching it down, hits him in the back of the head and floors him, and then opposition run off for the ball. I can't remember which match it was, but it was hilarious.
Class. Where do you think Boro finish this season, Tom?
At the moment, I'm going to say between third and fifth.
Right. Should we say fourth? Just go bang in the middle?
Yeah, may as well.
Let's go fourth.
That's just based on how we've played the first kind of part of the season. We've had a few draws and a few losses against teams who shouldn't have drawn a loss against.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep this run of form going, but if we do, I can change my mind a bit later on, but at the moment it's playoff places.
Yeah, that's what I predicted beginning of the season. I'd take that, definitely would take that. Here's a little rubbish one for you as a question-wise. Your final one, Tom. If you had to compare yourself to any Boro player, past or present, who would it be and why?
Probably Thomas Mayers, because I'm also a goalkeeper and got the potential to pull out some decent saves.
Only against me.
Yeah, usually when I'm playing you, yeah.
I've seen less and right clangers in when anyone else shoots, but when it's me, you seem to like, all right, I'm going to save this one. This fat lad'll know who's good.
And that's Thomas Mayers for that kind of reason, letting clangers occasionally.
He hates me as well.
And I can't keep hold of anything when I'm in goal.
Yeah.
Just tend to parry it out to places, hope for the defence to get it.
Do you remember Andy Dibble?
No.
Right, Andy Dibble, that's who you are. I'm
Right.
going to go for Andy. So he had 2 spells in the club. The last one, he came on loan for 2 games, conceded 9 goals in 1998. So Andy Dibble it is, Tom. You all right with that one?
No, I probably prefer Thomas Mayers because I know who he is. But
yeah, you stuck with that one, I'm afraid, mate. Right, brilliant. So, Tom, we've had no Boro match this weekend, but we've got one coming up. Second derby in a row. Well, we call it a derby. I think it's quite a big match for our fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got Leeds United away. Obviously, it's on Sky Sports because that's what Sky do. They seem to love Leeds United.
It's on Sky Sports Leeds, isn't it?
It's on Sky Sports Leeds, mate, yeah. I mean, someone has to love Leeds because, let's be honest, the rest of the country absolutely despise them. They're not a very likeable club and not very likeable fans, but coming up on Sunday, very high chance that Mr. Monk, the former manager who's hated by Leeds United fans, could be the man to sack Thomas Christiansen. Thoughts on that?
One. I hope it happens, but to be honest, the last 2 games on Sky I've watched where we've played Leeds was the one with the Adoma overhead kick, which was ruled out for nothing.
Yeah.
And then,
just on that game as well, so I'm going to say a shout to the Boro podcast because you had the lads trying to do the 1 to 11 the other day on the last episode of the podcast, and they failed miserably trying to name that team. I was driving on the way to work. If you had any hair, I'd be pulling it out, Tom. Like naming the team, it was easy to remember. Oh, they didn't even know Karanka was in charge. Sorry.
Am I right in thinking that Damir made his debut in that game?
Damir played that game, mate. Yeah, Adam Clayton made his debut off the bench that game. Dean Whitehead was bossing midfield with Grant Ledbetter. It wasn't a bad team. The bench was bad that day though. But yeah, they didn't do too well. But the other Sky match, mate, that you remember watching us on Sky?
That was a promotion season. The
0-0 away.
0-0 away.
Yeah.
Very tense watching that.
Yeah.
I believe it was closing on the end of the season as well.
I think it was around about February, March time, wasn't it? Wasn't it the first game after Eddie Brownlee passed?
Not too. I think so. Yeah.
Because I know Leeds put something which is fair play to Leeds United as a football club for doing that.
Yeah. I think I remember one thing from that game, and it was Dale Fry absolutely flooring one of those players, one of the Leeds players, and launching a shot from about 30 yards out at goal. And it was close, to be fair to him, for a centre back as well. Really decent.
Fair play. So I'm going to put the Leeds last 6 games for Leeds United up on the screen now. And I'll go through there. So over the last 6 games, Tom, Leeds have won 1, which is Bristol City away. They won that 3-0, and Bristol City have been on a good season, to be fair. But that's surrounded by a 1-0 defeat away at home to Reading. They lost the cup game against Leicester City 3-1. They got beat at home to Sheffield United, beat at home to Derby County, and they got hammered on last Saturday 3-1 at Brentford. They're not looking good, are they?
No, it's took a turn for the worse for them. I thought they started off really well, and to be honest, the way we started off, I was dreading the rest of the season with them kind of goading us about Monk, and but no, it's turned round, and table's back to what it's supposed to look like. So
yeah, it's better looking at it that way. It's, I'll be honest, when the season started and the way Leeds were playing football, I thought, hey, these are going to be hard to stop this season.
Yeah,
really
I thought top 2.
Yeah, I thought so. There was that Saul, what's the young Spaniard they got playing on the right wing?
Signs.
That's it. Yeah, he's one hell of a player. But yeah, I think they are missing Chris Wood. They're missing that top quality, good movement centre forward at the moment.
Yeah, they've got that Lasogga, haven't they?
Yeah, he doesn't really.
To be fair, every time I've heard of him, he looks like he scored, but.
Yeah, he doesn't look great. Like when I was watching the game of Brentford and when they were playing Sheffield United, and he did that. Those obviously you watch every game of Leeds United on Sky; they're always on. But yeah, it didn't look good at all. One thing I'm going to put in comparison now, Boro fans will be able to see our last 6 league games on the screen now. And you look at this comparison, Tom. We've only lost 1 in 6. We did have 2 draws before the defeat of Cardiff, though, at home to Brentford and away to Barnsley. But after that defeat at home to Cardiff City, which was a game that a lot of fans kind of looked at and think, oh God, what happened here? We've run 3 games.
Yeah.
We've scored 6 goals, conceded 1. So we're looking in good felt now, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. I think that Cardiff game as well, that was one we probably should have drawn.
Yeah.
Daft mistake at the end cost us.
That's what it was, yeah. It was a silly mistake. That cost us there. And it looks like we've took them out of the side now, don't we? And
yeah.
I mean, the reason I think that might be the case, Tom, is because you have a more settled side now and the people are more aware of who each other are and what their jobs are doing. Would it be right in saying that, Tom? Have you got another thought process on that?
Been the same team last 3 games running, hasn't it?
Well, apart from there was a change to fullback, wasn't it?
Yeah.
George Friend came in for Fabio. But apart from that, yeah, it's the same system, pretty much same lineup. I mean, George Friend's coming to do Fabio's job, and I thought he was getting criticised a little bit on Sunday, but I thought he'd done quite well.
I didn't think he did too badly, to be fair, but I think he's going to be another one needs a good run of games in the team to actually get back to what he used to be. I think Ayala, it took him a few games.
It did, yeah. And do you know what? This is where you have to kind of tip your cap to Gary Monk here, is because it would have been very easy for him to drop Ayala again and then just go back to Dale Fry, but he stuck with him. Despite the amount of criticism Monk was getting and Ayala was getting, he stuck with him, and that's paid off. And I think you have to applaud the manager for that, don't you, Tom?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a question of man management, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
he's allowed Ayala to get his confidence back, and him and Gibson, if their partnership's like coming back to what it used to be unstoppable at the back.
Oh, no, absolutely, mate, absolutely. And well done to Gary Monk for doing that. And I was certainly one of the critics who was saying, why have you dropped Dale Fry? And Dale Fry was unfortunate to find himself dropped from the team, because I thought he was having a really good season.
Yeah, I think it was that mistake against Norwich that cost him, wasn't it?
Yeah, which, to be fair, the place started knocking in from 25 yards at the top in, Tom. So.
Well, I suppose, but even when he had it in the... when he was trying to watch it out for a throw-in, same thing Ayala did against Norwich at Wembley, so just learn from that. You do,
and there's no doubt, Gary Monk's obviously looked at it and thought, do you know what, the year we got promoted, Danny Ayala was the best defender in that league, and if you work with him, you can find that form again, and well done to Gary Monk for that. I think it's fantastic. Leeds United, Tom, so our last 6 games against Leeds United will be coming on your screen now, guys. We haven't done very well against them, Tom. So we've won 1 in 6 games, which is the 3-0 win in the promotion year, where it was a nice little own goal.
I won 40 quid that game.
Did you?
Or it might have been 80 actually.
I've still never seen you go to the bar, Tom. Dave Newton scored early doors, didn't he?
Yep.
Diego Fabrini scored late on. Sol Bambra, right now. Who's the one who scored the own goal?
I can't remember his name.
Must be a memorable player then. On here as well, I'm going to touch on the point. I'll put the pound in now. The first game we got there is Mr. Cranker's first game in charge. Jason Steele getting sent off, 2-1 defeat. And we June the Leach, I remember that game, that was on Sky, shock. Jacob Buckfield had a great game, played number 10, we were lucky not to score that game. Then we got beat the Adoma game, where Adoma was there. Very Sharp scored Mahias mistake. That 1-0 defeat at home as well, that was a bad game. That was a Saturday dinner time kick-off, wasn't it?
That was a Mahias mistake as well, wasn't it?
I think Mahias played, but I don't think it was a Mahias mistake. Oh yeah, distribution was poor from Mahias, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't he try and absolutely welly it out to Gibson and it just fell straight to one of their players?
Yeah, and he knocked it in bottom left, yeah. Then obviously the 0-0 you were talking about the last time we played them. So we don't have a great record against Leeds United. So going into Sunday, I think it's something we need to put right, don't we? If we're going to make a statement out for promotion, you've got one team that's winning games, you've got one team that isn't. We have to go there and get a win and get
definitely.
a good
I think they're one of those teams where you need to put it right against them. like we did it in the promotion season against Ipswich and Forest. Went to both those grounds and won when you don't normally win there. We've already done it against Reading this season.
Yeah, we have.
Should do it against Leeds if we're going to make a statement, really.
Well, that's it, yeah. We've got rid of a couple of hoodoos this year, haven't we? And there's no, because we never win at Hull. I say last time was that 5-2 win. We never win at Reading. We won this year. But so yeah, it's last time we got promoted, we got rid of a couple of hoodoos at Hillsborough and Nottingham Forest. So there's no reason we can't do it now. Stephen Jackson's commented there. Belushi scored the own goal. So thanks for that, Stephen. Much appreciated for that one, pal. Just one question here. There's Mark Wilson's asked about Patrick Bamford. We'll go into the lineups in a few moments. In fact, it's probably a decent time to go into that now, Tom. So we'll go into your 1 to 11, which will be coming on the screen now. And Mark Wilson's, would you have Bamford back in the team? Now, you haven't got Bamford in your 1 to 11. You've gone to a 4-2-3-1. Yep. Which is probably a slight variation of what because we've been pretty much playing 4-4-1-1, haven't we? And statistically, that's our best system. And this kind of works that way, apart from maybe the wing is a little bit deeper or maybe the Braithwaite's a little bit further up. But you've gone for that. But it's pretty much the same 11 and group of players. And yeah, I mean, there's a few people who a lot of fans might think a little bit unlucky not being in the team. So you've gone for Downing and Tavernier.
Yeah, Downing and Tavernier have actually switched wings in my team as well. I prefer Downing on the left, so he doesn't have to cut back to cross the ball in. Yeah. Same Tavernier, I believe he's right-footed, isn't he? So I like the wingers to be on their correct wings rather than the other way around.
You like someone hugging the touchline and swinging the ball in rather than cutting in and trying to play like Downing's fantastic ball from Martin Braithwaite.
Yeah, like that one.
Yeah, so he should be on the right-hand side. That's what he done there, wasn't it? Yeah. So that works for me, Tom. I'm a big fan of the winger, left foot being on the right and vice versa. I'm a big fan of that because I think he'd be much more dangerous cutting in because when you're playing with one centre forward, swinging the ball in often doesn't work quite well. Don't get me wrong, you can put a ball in like Christie did at Hull. Yeah. Or Tavernier did at Aston Villa. Yeah. If it lands straight on someone's head, fair enough. But I like the way Downing works on the right-hand side, say, with the way he cut in from the right and then played that ball through to Braithwaite. He couldn't have done that if he was on the other flank. Yeah. Suppose you're right there. Yeah. Like I think one thing I kind of miss about Downing playing on the right is he can't cut inside and shoot as much. Yeah. But I think that's because of how he's developed as a player. I'm kind of thinking back to when I used to like go to the Riverside, Premiership football. I think one game I saw him play, I think 5-1 against Bolton. Yeah. And he did a great example of that, cutting inside, shot with his right foot into the bottom corner. I think it was. Yeah. He had a fantastic right foot, shoot it down. Still does, to be fair. So that'll never leave him. Braithwaite, you've gone as a number 10 rather than kind of like supporting centre forward. Yeah, it's been more of a free role for him, hasn't it? So it has, and I think that suits him because he's that much of a good player. And Phil Conway's commented here, Tom. Braithwaite is showing his class, cut above the rest, and there's more to come. Can't disagree with the lad there. Yeah, totally agree with that. I think he's been absolutely superb since he signed for us. What game was it? He came back from injury. Was it Norwich? No, yeah, he came on against Norwich, didn't he? Yeah, he looked completely kind of up to speed with everything, even though he'd been out injured. Well, he started the following game, didn't he? Yeah. He started the following game, so I was at a tour around Rockcliffe actually a couple of weeks back, and he was one of the few players in there training. He was in the gym, so he's obviously working hard to get his fitness back. I know he wasn't in the squad for Denmark the other night, but he's obviously working hard to get back in that team and do quite well. A couple of players want to comment on here, Tom, that you could potentially say they're unlucky not being in the team. So you went for Fabio over George Friend. Is that purely based on existing form, current form? Yeah, purely based on existing form. I think George Friend's probably going to start on Sunday. Yeah. I reckon if Fabio's fit enough to play, he'll play instead of Christie. Nice one. You've been following the next question, Tom. Thanks for that, mate. Carry on. I think if George Friend gets back up to form, then it's potentially a selection headache at left back. But I think just based on this season, Fabio's definitely been playing the better of the two, so he deserves to be in the team. Can't disagree with them, mate. But again, I'd like to see George Friend back. There's no doubt that George Friend will be grafting his puddings off in that training ground, and he's done all right on Sunday. I think he will play again this Sunday. So let's see what the lad can do. One player again can always count himself unlucky. There's no doubt in his effort for in the Boro shirt. Obviously I've been a critic of him in the past. Is Adam Clayton. So you went for Howson and Ledbetter. Reasons? Again, that's current form. I think Clayton dropped out of the squad for a reason at the time.
See, Forshaw's ahead of him on the bench at the moment. I think Clayton's just got to work hard to get back in the team, but we all know what Adam Clayton can bring, though. And
he can be a fantastic centre half. One thing I'd say probably why Forshaw's in the squad ahead of Clayton is that if you look at to do something with a game, I think Adam Clayton isn't someone who can come off the bench and affect the game.
Yeah.
He's one of those ones he'll kind of give you maybe your full-backs a little bit more attacking freedom and come and sit in that space, but he's there to stop the team conceding goals, but we've conceded 1 goal in 3 games. So
yeah, true.
Is it a false role?
I don't think so, because that season when we went up, him and Ledbetter in centre midfield, brilliant partnership.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Ledbetter and Houston seem to have a really good partnership now, and
both more dynamic, aren't they?
We're attacking more with Houston in the team, so that's why I've got to pick him over Clayton.
He got 3 assists already, or was it 2?
Just 2, I think.
Yeah, I know he's got 2. I don't know where he had 3. Like the guys have Boro stats to get me back on that one, actually, to be fair. I'd like to know Adam Clayton's assist as well, because I know in the season we got up, he played some fantastic football that season, Adam Clayton. I remember one ball in particular that season was a ball over the top for David Nugent that he then hooked over for Jordan Rhodes. Yeah. It's a fantastic ball, spotted the run brilliantly. That's what Adam Clayton's best, I think.
Technically not an assist from Adam Clayton.
It's not, but
more of assisted conversion.
Yeah, that's it. We'll go with that one. Tom dropping in the PPC chat there. 99.9% of this audience won't get that, but the people from Maple Media on there will do it. Adama Traore not anywhere in the squad, Tom?
No, and that's pretty much because of what he did at Cardiff, against Cardiff, sorry. He can have games like he did against, Bolton and...
Yeah. But what's that surrounded with?
He should be in the team.
Yeah.
Then he goes and does what he did against Villa. Then there was no need in that, and then there was no need in the tackle against Cardiff either. Yeah.
No,
he needs to stop trying to slide tackle people.
Well, yeah. Stop trying to defend, because you can't do it. He seems to have like a rush of blood to the head from time to time, and it's Jesus. Will someone just calm this lad down? Does he have too many coffees before he goes on the pitch, or what? I don't know.
I think his slide tackling would be fine if he wasn't as fast as he actually is.
Yeah, well, that Aston Villa red card in particular, I think that was just pure pace he was running at. He was going about 70 miles per hour, I think.
Yeah, I think his slide tackle is made by someone who runs at a normal speed.
Yeah. He'll be all right, yeah. Anyone else, it won't really work quite well. Phil Conway's come on again. He's in regards to obviously picking a 1 to 11. I know he pretty much went for the same one, which you wouldn't change it, would you? But he said it's tough.
Not at the moment.
He has so much quality to pick from in his squad. Unfortunately, some top players have to miss out.
Yeah.
It's not a bad problem to have, is it?
No, not at all.
I bet he's gutted. He has to drop some top players for other top players. We haven't had that in the past, because I'd say in our form manager, the team pretty much picked itself from time to time.
Yeah, and you look at the team that went up as well. The bench we had back then, it wasn't necessarily great every game. No, I remember some benches where you had Julian Dessart on it, and he's played about 45 minutes altogether for the first team or something like that.
That's it. And we've got the strongest squad we've had for a long time.
Yeah,
long time. Tom, and
invested in it this summer. There's no question about the commitment to get back up to the Premier League. Yeah, I'm not going to say smash the league, but get back to the Premier League.
Definitely. But on that, Tom, obviously you say we've had a big overhaul of the squad. I think it's some 51% churn in players. Now, who's impressed you so far? Has it been an existing player who's in our squad already, or has it been a new signing where you think, standout player, absolutely superb so far this season?
It's probably going to be one that's been mentioned quite a lot, but it's Cyrus Christie.
Yeah.
For me, he stood out the most. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, I wasn't sold on the idea when we bought him.
You were the majority of fans as well, to be fair, Tom.
My memories of him were him playing for Derby at the Riverside and getting absolutely torn apart by our team.
Yeah.
And
likewise, the only time I've seen him play for Derby, he was all right on the break, but as a defender, he always looked very, very suspect.
Yeah, and it's the same type of thing with Ryan Shotton, because I think back to the times I've seen him play against Boro. I'm sure didn't he play for Derby at some point?
He did, mate, yeah.
It was him who gave away the penalty when we beat him, was it 2-0 at the Riverside or 2-1? Yeah. Took Bamford down and got sent off.
Uh-huh.
That was my only memory of Ryan Shotton, and he's got a good throw-in. So he's not really...
Cracking head of hair as well now, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Lovely cut on that. Smashing cut.
He hasn't really done much to change my opinion on him just yet, but he hasn't really had a chance. So.
Jack Dobson is commented there as well. He's agreeing with you, Tom, Cyrus Christie, and I won't disagree on that one as well. He's definitely been my player. I think as the season progresses, we'll probably be talking more about Martin Braithwaite, but as the season so far, Cyrus Christie, and the lad was unlucky not to get a goal on Saturday night. I don't know if you watched the match. Obviously, Randolph got all the headlines, or what was he called him? Randolph?
Who shall not pass?
So it's he was unlucky not to score. On Cyrus Christie, you touched on it a little bit earlier. He's suspended on Sunday.
Yeah.
You were saying George Frengo left back, Fabio right back if he's fit.
I think it's going to have to be that, isn't it? If
not,
Connor Roberts has to
Connor
step
Roberts, in. That'll be probably the only other option, won't it? I think the Fabio one makes sense. If he's fit.
I mean, I would like to see Connor Roberts being given a little bit more time as the season goes on. Probably not away at Leeds.
Not away to Leeds, no. Not away to Leeds. I think it's probably a lesser game at home.
Yeah.
Obviously, no games are lesser, but no, Leeds United's one of our bigger games. Playoffs now, 7 points off automatic.
It's still doable, but we're waiting for a drop in form from Wolves and Sheffield United, isn't it?
Definitely. And Sheffield United, they were lucky not to take a point from the Riverside, weren't they?
Yeah.
I think that's a question where a point with Sheffield United, you don't have to buy all the players in the world. It's about finding the system and a squad that works for you.
Yeah.
And I think we might be at that stage now to put a run together. If we win our next 4 or 5 games...
Oh, we're in there, but we're still waiting for Sheffield United to drop off, and that's going to be what we're relying on at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, we are relying on the team to drop off. Burnley were relying on that in 2016. And
I'm still waiting for Bournemouth to drop off.
Yeah. That drop off quite hasn't happened yet, has he? I'm going to put £5 here, go in the NSC Foundation pot here, because there is something that's rumours that were rife last week, Tom, on Twitter. Karanka to Sunderland.
Don't remind us of that.
Karanka to Sunderland. He's not going to go there, is he?
I hope not. I hope he's got more sense than that.
I'd like to think so, mate. I'd like to think so. But it's one thing we have to celebrate today as well. It's 4 years to the day since I thought Karanka joined our football club, Tom.
Happy Karanka-versary.
Happy Karanka-versary. Karanka Chiefs at half-mast. I know it didn't end fantastically, but we got to see Premier League football. Okay, it was garbage, but we got to see it again for a year, and we had some good times under him, didn't we? Let's remember from the good times, Tom.
Best moments.
No, let's try and remember him for the good times. I know there's a lot of negativity around the guy and the system and all that carry on, but
yeah, I've got to say, even when he walked away, like towards the end of the promotion season, what was it, just before 10 games left? It was at Charlton, where Agnew took. Oh God!
Don't mention his name. Don't mention his name.
But yeah, when he walked away from that, I was still I was blaming the players. I
was blaming the players at that point, mate. I think quite a lot of fans were as well. And when Leo came over as the Karanka top on, everyone was kind of blaming the players at that point. But we got up, we got where we need to be, and we should always be grateful to Whitehall Karanka. Everything, no matter the manager, I think there's only Gordon Strachan you can't really say this about. Is try and remember the good times.
Yeah.
But he could put a positive spin on Gordon Strachan because he walked away. He didn't get sacked. He ripped his contract up, so I don't deserve to be paid off.
I'll be honest.
You can't not.
When we signed Strachan, I was more excited for the press conferences than I was the football.
Yeah,
I think he delivered on that because of what was it? I'm going to go home and drink and watch X Factor to get over this loss or something like that.
Yeah, he's a strange fish, wasn't he? Bless him. A few more Facebook comments here. Mark Wilson again. Do you think we're playing really good football? I.e. Sunderland. A lot of people are saying they should beat us. However, a win is a win. Which, Mark, I'll completely agree. I don't think it's about, do you have to be playing lovely football? It's about effective football in my eyes, Tom.
Yeah, definitely. And I think someone made a good point about this when I was walking out the ground last Sunday.
Yeah.
Third game in a week. Players from both sides must have been knackered after that. And I think Sunderland had a kind of a better kind of sense of resolve going into that because they needed to show that, they needed to prove a point to whoever comes in next.
Fair one, mate. Fair one. Dave Chetwood said here, just hope the international break hasn't stopped our momentum. Would be great to smash Leeds. I mean, that's a fair point. Is sometimes your national break is great to get back on the grass and get learned again. But on the other hand, we don't want to stop that momentum we're building up.
Yeah, I think walking out the stadium when I realised it was an international break and we had in my hands, I was not another one. Especially because it's only friendlies as well.
Yeah. I'm going to end the show with a congratulations to Leeds United. Coming on your screen now, Boro fans, are the top 10 average attendances for the Championship so far. And Leeds United on this basis, because attendances are what win your leagues. Leeds United have won the league already, Tom. They've got an average attendance of 32,210. So, round of applause to Leeds United to win the league. Well done, guys. That's fantastic work. Aston Villa, 30,000. Sunderland, 27,000.
I didn't think Sunderland would be up there. Like
the thing is, though, like it's 20,000 empty seats in that stadium. That's why it looks so bare.
I was going to say, because every time I see them on Football League show, there's more empty seats than there are people.
Yeah. We're coming in at 9th with 25,500, which I think for our area is not too bad. What does affect our attendances there, Tom, is you don't see many teams bring fans to the Riverside, do you, in the Championship?
No, that's... I think that's the difference between Championship and the Premiership. I saw quite a lot of teams last year bringing, pretty much selling out the away end. But
yeah, most teams did last year, mate.
It tends to only be people like Sunderland and Leeds.
Yeah, Sunderland, Leeds, and the Sheffield clubs, isn't it?
Yeah, just people in Yorkshire.
Really. Yeah, ultimately, mate. Yeah. You got Hillsborough, 26,000. Bramall Lane, 26,000. Carrow Road, 26. Just below us is then. Nottingham Forest for 25, so some good attendances there. But yeah, Leeds United, well done and win the league. Tom, thanks for joining us, mate. Appreciate it. It's been an absolute pleasure having you in here. Actually, we're going to finish one question here. We're going to leave this one for you. Danny Pinchy, I wonder if Gusted hits the ground running when fit. You see Gusted getting back in the team?
I think eventually, yeah. I went to the away game at Forest a couple of months back now, but that was when him and Asombalonga were playing up front, and he made some great flick-ons for him.
Yeah.
Just a shame Forest fans were really on Asombalonga that day.
Yeah, they really were. And Phil Conway said Britt's got to get some credit as well, because he scored some goals, hasn't he? So fair play to lad.
I think Asombalonga's been class.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Absolute pleasure having the studio. I'll get you in again soon. Boro fans, we will be at Leeds United, Boro Fan TV, so Guesty and Gav and AJT, your three favourite people, because I don't think anyone likes me by the looks of the Twitter comments. They'll be there. I won't be. Mrs. Jimmy doesn't let me go to away games at the moment, but I'll be at home watching it on the TV. But Boro fans, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, anything else. Do you have anything else, Tom, we can subscribe to? No? Find something, subscribe, website, anything you like. Jimmy Leeds, Boro Fan TV. Thank you very much for joining us.